Ciaran, obviously thank you very much for coming out and visiting the club this week. Obviously your first visit here, Ciaran, can you describe to us your first impressions of the club?
It's great. I've been involved in clubs myself at that level where I've been a director of coaching, and the challenge is with the landscape of club soccer changing consistently every year. It's very easy to get left behind as a small club and not really be able to keep an identity that keeps players around, and I think what you get here is it's a very unique environment. I think probably the biggest selling point for you is that there's a lot of care goes into it. There's a lot of genuine feeling about how do we promote players to the college level, and ultimately for us as college coaches, when we travel across the country, we are competing with some of the biggest schools, competing for some of the best players. So smaller clubs like this, when we start to build a relationship, we can find little gems here and there that genuinely improve a programme as we move forward, and not just for the initial phase of recruitment. There's a lot of younger kids here that, even though in Division 1 it's kind of getting ahead 3-4 years down the line, the connections are already made, and for us it's not going to be a case of let's wait another year to come back to see them play. It's going to be now an ongoing evaluation with the club, and through people like yourself and everybody that's involved, the coaching staff, we can gradually get more information about where these players fit our institution.
Ciaran, obviously this week we've debuted our new video analysis process with HiPods. Can you just explain to us the benefit that the HiPods will give the club and the exposure that will help the players give to college coaches?
Huge benefit. It's a huge part of the college game, and if you're coming into the college level and you've not really been part of that, it's a completely new process to you, and as a college coach you're trying to encourage kids to look at themselves and to study what they've done in the game. If you've been part of that for 2-3 years prior to getting to the college game, you're going to demand it, and it's almost what we demand of players now, is you've got to analyse your performance. Not only that, the level of the video that's coming out based on the last couple of evenings is phenomenal. There's no way you can't take good feedback from those games, whether it be from coaches or whether your own evaluation of yourself. It's excellent, and then as you develop that, obviously there's a lot more things you can do with video analysis that's not just on player evaluation. When we talk about trying to sell yourself to a college coach, you can put yourself in the elite bracket. There's a very broad range of videos that we see across the board, from mobile footage from 10 years ago to stuff that's very modern and up to date, and this HD footage that's very clear and very precise about how players are playing and where they're playing, and we can really highlight what they're doing well and what they're not doing well. That goes a very long way for us, especially because we can't travel to Tampa every weekend to watch these kids. We could do that once a month to keep tabs on a 2019 or 2020. It's a phenomenal advantage for us and the kids.
And just finally, Ciaran, obviously with your first visit to this club, how do you feel the standard of player measures up to the college soccer?
Well, as I mentioned yesterday, I've been in every division in college soccer. I think there's Division 1 players here, Division 2 players here and Division 3 players here, and it's just how they develop over the next couple of years. There's certainly players in the 2018 class that would interest me and will follow up beyond camp, and hopefully every year that we plan to return here, that group grows. So as we get here for 2019 at this time next year, hopefully we're looking at 4 or 5 kids, and then 6 or 8 kids, and then so on and so forth. I think the level's been good. There's not been a major drop off from top to bottom. It's been fairly competitive, and to be honest, when you bring in the level of coaches that you've had this weekend, a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of positivity through the sessions with the players. It translated fairly well with the games today and really put on a good performance for us as coaches to see.